everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my favorite base coats and top coats, and I'm also going to throw in like a nail treatment in there. So this video was requested by one of you lovely subscribers, so let's just go ahead and get started. The very first one I want to start off is actually a treatment. This is from Orally and it's called Orally Nutrition. It comes in a bottle like this. This is a really nice treatment, but unfortunately you can't wear this treatment with a nail polish. This is a treatment where you would have to apply 1 or 2 coats of this on day 1. Every single day for the remaining week or 2 weeks, you apply 1 fresh coat of this treatment. When I first got into nail polish, I was actually a nail biter, and this was one of the treatments that kind of helped my nails grow, stop chipping, stop peeling. I really did enjoy this treatment, but I honestly haven't used it in a bit. This is something I would say for somebody who has never tried a treatment or wants to help their nails grow out a little bit or is just starting to get out of the nail biting habit. I really would recommend this. I used this in combination with biotin and I really did see a difference in my nails. So the next thing I want to talk about is a treatment slash base coat. So this is the current base coat that I use, and this is Nailtique's Formula 2. This is meant for nails that peel, that chip, that are very thin. This is technically a treatment. You can use this the same way you would use this Orally Nutrition, but this is actually really nice as a base coat as well. Nail polish does wear and lay really nice on top of this base coat or this treatment. So that's the reason why I kind of use it, you know, as a 2-for-1, as a treatment and as a base coat. Base coats are a little difficult to recommend because base coats are not, in my opinion, universal. There's not one base coat that will just do everything. So you have different base coats that target different problems. This one in particular targets the fact that I have very weak and thin nails. They tended to peel a lot, they tended to chip a lot, and this really did kind of help take that all away. Another treatment slash base coat that I would recommend is from Jamberry, and this one is their strengthening base coat, and I really like this one because it's also infused with proteins. This, in my opinion, is the best strengthening base coat I've ever tried. The Jamberry one is almost as good, and again, both of them are really expensive. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find a base coat slash treatment that works really well and strengthens your nails and isn't inexpensive. The reason they're that expensive is because they work. Y'all have to excuse, my husky just walked in, so you may hear a little bit of noises here in my office. So the first base coat I want to talk to you guys about is also from Orally, and I have a large size of it. This is called Orally Bonder, and I actually pour it into a small bottle like this. This is a sticky base coat or a rubberized base coat. Basically what this does is it's going to create a tacky layer so that it adheres to whatever polish you put on top of your base coat. And it's going to make your nail polish last a lot longer than it normally would. This is the type of base coat I would recommend to people who have oily nail beds or for people who just have problems with the wear time of their nail polish. This is a great one. There is another one by C&D, I believe it's called C&D Sticky. I have tried that one, but quite honestly, I prefer the Orally Bonder, and I also like that you can buy a big bottle of it and just use it as a refill. And the last base coat that I want to talk about is an easy peel or an easy remove base coat. So this is from UNT. It's U-N-T. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. What I mean by a peel off base coat is that you would apply this and apply your polish on top, and then you can quite easily just peel your entire nail polish off of your nails without damaging your nails. I know there's several companies out there that all create this peel off base coat, but I personally didn't like any of them. I've tried one from OPI. I've tried so many of them. I've even tried creating my own using Elmer's glue, and I didn't like any one of those. Those just make your nail polish peel off way too easily. What I like about this and what I don't like about this is that you have to kind of soak this off a little bit. And what I mean by that is you have to apply some cuticle oil around your nails and kind of let it sink into your nails a little bit to kind of soften up the, base coat. And then you can go in with a wooden stick or a cuticle pusher and just kind of peel this off of your nail or prop it off of your nail. So it does take a little bit of work and manipulation to peel this off, but you can peel it off without damaging your nails. Personally, this is my favorite peel off base coat. I really wouldn't recommend any of the other ones that I've tried. And it doesn't say peel off base coat, by the way. It just says und nail lacquer. So the last 3 top coats I'm going to talk about all kind of relatively do the same thing. I just want to give you guys a little bit of, different options. And I didn't include a matte base coat because I don't actually have a favorite matte base coat. I didn't include a matte top coat because I don't actually have a favorite matte top coats. I've tried several matte top coats, several brands, and I honestly think they all do pretty much the same thing. So that's why I didn't put one of those. But hands down, my favorite top coat of all times is Seche Vite. I love Seche Vite. This is one of the fastest drying top coats I've ever used. It dries down extremely glossy. It kind of creates like this glass-like surface. It does dry down pretty hard. The only negative side to this is that it has an extremely strong odor. This you have to use in a well-ventilated area, otherwise you're gonna suffocate. So a lot of the ingredients in here are actually really bad for you. So the way I see it is that all of the products that I'm putting on my actual nail, so my base coat, which is protein infused, my 2 coats, possibly 3 coats of nail polish are all 3 free and 5 free. Once I apply my top coat isn't actually touching my nail, and I try not to let this touch my skin. So the very minimal contact that this is having with my body, I don't think it's enough to, warrant not using this. I haven't been able to find a healthier alternative for this top coat that does the exact same thing. The closest thing that I have found to that top coat is from Glisten and Glow, and it's their HK Girl top coat. I actually don't have one. I only had, 1 bottle of it and I used it up, but I liked the Seche Vite top coat a lot better than that. The last big reason that I love the Seche Vite top coat is that whenever I do any type of nail art or nail stamping, and I love nail stamping, this won't make any of the polishes bleed. I don't have to worry about finding a stamping polish that doesn't bleed when I apply a top coat, because even with polishes that bleed when you apply top coats, this helps minimize that bleeding. But Seche Vite, hands down, #1 top coat. I haven't found anything that beats it. It has its negative sides, but honestly, it's my favorite top coat. So the next top coat I want to talk about is from KB Shimmer. I can't really recommend this for being a long wearing top coat because I haven't really ever used this for longer than a couple of days, maybe 2 days at max. I tend to change my polish around a lot. It's a little different with Seche Vite because I actually have worn this for a week or longer when I haven't had time to change my nail polish, but I've never used the KB Shimmer one for longer than a couple of days. But this is my favorite top coat to use whenever I'm doing swatches. And the reason I really like this is because it is fast drying, but it's also very thin and fluid. It's really easy to control and you can apply it really quickly. So for anybody out there or who really just wants a top coat that's really easy to work with, this is a good one. It does dry down glossy. It does, for those 2-3 days that I wore it, it did wear really nicely. So I really did like this one. And then the last top coat I wanted to talk about is this Out the Door top coat. I purchased a really big bottle of this from Sally's Beauty Supply. You can find this relatively easily. You can find it online. You can find it at Sally's. There's a couple places that I've seen that sold this brand. The only problem I find with this brand is you can't really use it on lighter colors because it does tend to yellow some of the, lighter colors that you put it on. So I don't really tend to use these over whites or creams because of that. But it is a really nice fast drying top coat that's inexpensive. I bought a huge bottle of this and I want to say I only paid $5 for a huge bottle of this. They also sell, a regular size bottle of this. I really do recommend this. I recommend this for multiple reasons. It's fast drying, it wears a long time, and it's inexpensive. It's not as good as Seche Vite. It's not as good as the KB Shimmer one, but it's a really nice, inexpensive top coat, especially for people who wear nail polish or change out their nail polish every 2 to 3 days, or for somebody who's really big into swatching. This would be a lifesaver because it's so inexpensive. You can buy it in bulk, and Sally's always has a 20% coupon that you can use. So that's it. Those are all of my top coats, base coats, and treatments. I would recommend any one of these. I will leave everything linked down below where you can find these or where I have purchased this. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Please don't forget to subscribe. I am currently posting 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.